was my whole world back in my innocent days. I love that little white church out on 109. It's where I hit my knees and I thank the Lord for this life of mine. I love my small town world, I love a country girl, I love a Friday night. Man, I love this life, sound of an old dirt road rolling through my mind. Man, I love, man, I love, man, I love this life. 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 Man, I love this life.
I sure could use an attaboy or a big old high five. I'd love to hear you're killing it, dude. It's been a long time since I hit one out of the park or nailed it, as they say. I guess I've been in a dry spell, but that's about to change, 'cause every week has a weekend. By this time Friday night, I'll be done with my third can of cold Bud Light, and I'll be crushing it. Yeah, I'll be crushing it. Let's say your baby's mad 'cause you told her that you'd hang some pictures for her. You know, the ones she framed from late last spring of you and her in Florida. You're up on the ladder when it shatters into smithereens. She shakes her head, looks at you and says, ain't you good for anything? And you say, every week has a weekend. By this time Friday night, if you want a margarita, I'll get tequila and ice, and I'll be crushing it with a cold one in my other hand.
One day I'll slow and way down, spend my weekends in a swing out on the wraparound. Oh, but these days I'm on a mission to get these wild oats out of my system. Yeah, I might stay out all night. I gotta do a little wrong so I know what's right. I wanna sit out on the porch telling stories about my glory days when I'm pushing 80. How am I ever gonna get to be old and wise if I ain't ever young and crazy? Now I might have to kiss, no telling how many lips, before I ever really figure out what love is. Go through some heartbreaks, wake up with headaches, don't learn nothing till you make a lot of mistakes. How will I know where to draw the line if I don't cross it a few hundred times? I wanna sit out on the porch telling stories about my glory days when I'm pushing 80. How am I ever gonna get to be old and wise if I ain't ever young and crazy? Yeah, I'm gonna stay out all night. I'm gonna do a little wrong so I know what's right. I gotta live a lot of life if I'm gonna give good advice when I'm talking to my grandbabies. How am I ever gonna get to be old and wise as if I ain't never young and crazy. Yeah, I wanna sit out on the porch telling stories about my glory days when I'm pushing 80. How am I